Actually had a request for a video. I've actually never made a guitar lesson video before, but I'm going to be showing you the correct way to play Master of Puppets. See a lot of people playing it on these two strings, the A and the D, and I'm not going to teach you this, so you don't have to worry about it. So I'm just going to be playing it. This is part one of, I don't know, but this is how you should not play it. Don't play it like that. You're a nerd. So the way that they play it, it starts with this. For people who don't know, it's called an open E power chord. This is in standard tuning, by the way. Just E, A, G, G, B, E. So you're gonna put your finger on the second fret of the A string, and you're gonna pluck the low string and then the second string at the same time. So you get that sound, and it's a short note. So you stop it, and then you're gonna go power chord on the 10th fret of the low E. So you're gonna go, and again these are short, and then you go down a fret to the 9. No. Yeah. To the 9, and then it goes right from it. So far we got this. Alright. And then you're gonna have this down picking. This is heavy down picking. This song is tough. It took me probably 3 months to learn this thing, and, well, no, it probably took me a month, but I was locked in and could not stop me. But this is going to test your down picking skills. You have to down pick it. It does not sound good when you don't. So, yeah, it's tough. You can watch videos on it if you don't exactly know how to get it up to speed. But yeah, you got this. And then you got these palm mutes of the low E. So, and then you're going to want to put your finger on the of the low E. And then you're going to go to the 11, same thing. With the 2 afterwards. And then you do that same thing again, 10, 9, 8. So you got that. And then it's just this chromatic, which is just note, like fret notes. So it goes, there's a pattern to it. 1, 2, 7 on the low E. 6, 5, and then you go all the way to 1. But once you get to 5, it changes. So there's 2. And then once you get here, it's single. So those last 2 are palm muted. It's all on the low E, by the way, and it's palm muted, and it works. It works your bounces. Yeah. So far we got this. This is just the intro. And then that repeats 4 more times, I think? No, it might be 3 after that. But if you listen to the song, don't play along with the song when you're learning it. I made the mistake of that. You're gonna want to pull up a metronome drum beat that's slower, and you're gonna want to play it as slow as it is to where you can play it smoothly, and you're gonna want to keep doing that until you build that pattern, and then you're gonna want to slowly move and increase until you're up to the speed. It's gonna take a while, but it's how you get the tightness of it in. So after you repeat that a few times, and the last that, here comes a really tough riff. So you're going to be using all your fingers, and you're going to want to go 0-1 palm muted. So on the low E with your first finger, and then open on the A string. You're going to go to the second fret, open. And then you're going to want to do the same thing, 0-1, but on the 3 with your third finger. Same thing, 0-1 with your pinky on the 4th fret. So, and then you go back down. That's a tough one to get up to speed. Where a lot of people mess this up. It goes same as normal, but you stop on the 3. So, and then you, instead of going 0-1, you go 1-0. So, see it? I do the. It's something you got to get down, and it actually kind of helps you because once you're down there, none of your fingers are on the strings. So now after that, you're going to want to do a power chord on the 3rd fret of the low E. So slide that to the 2, and then a palm muted low E. So 2 times. And then you repeat the riff again. And here it basically continues the same thing, but there's a weird pattern to it. So it goes. Sorry, I messed up. And then you go the 0-1. Open power chord on the 2nd fret of the A string. So I'm going to play it at that end part. So you're basically in now. So the entire riff goes like this. It alternates between the and the. So you do this part first. So that. And then you do it again. So you do this part first, and then last, and you do that twice. So that's the part when the drums kick in. Yo, almost died. Okay, and after on the last one, when you go, you do it again. Yeah, you do it there, and then Kirk Hammett plays this part. It's tough if you're new to downpicking. He goes open E, 7th fret on the A with the first finger, and then 8th fret on the D. And he loops it. And then he does a vibrato at the end. I think that was 4 times. Then the main riff comes in. And the main riff goes like this. It is going to be absolute hell for your right hand. It builds the muscle in there, and it goes like this. Wait, I don't know how many times that is. And then you go with this fret, and you slide to the 5th fret for the power chord on the low E. Low E palm muted. Like that. And then you go on the 6th fret, slide down, don't pick it. So, and then you slide back to the 3 and the 5. No, not now. Sorry, my brother walked in. Yep. He's cooked. But yeah, so you go. Then it goes 3-5, 3-5. So. It continues like that when the verse comes in and James starts singing. So, and then it cuts to this. It's the same riff, but it's like 2 frets out. So you're gonna want to palm mute on the 2nd fret of the E, and then you're gonna want to keep your. I put my pinky on the 4th fret of the D. And I basically, you're basically doing this power chord, but you're hammering your 1st finger on, and then you slide to 3, and then go back to 2 and do the same thing. Actually, get it down. So. So that's the verse part. So you got this riff, and this riff, and then after you play that a few times, it goes palm muted, that same power chord, a few times. Then you're gonna slide in on the A string, 7th fret power chord, and then 2 strokes, 2 palm muted strokes on low E. No, 3. 5, back to 7. Yep. And then is where you're gonna take your 1st finger. So you're going, it's on the 7th fret, and then your 3rd finger on the 9, and then you're gonna want to kind of bar these 2 strings with this finger. We bar the E and the A and the D. So you're hitting 9 on the A and 9 on the D. So. And then after that, you're gonna want to take your pinky, put it on the 10th fret of the A. So, and then hammer that on again. So like that. And then you're gonna want to palm mute 4 times on the 7th fret of the low E, and then power chord on the 6th fret, and then 7, and then that's 4 times on the 8th fret, palm muted on the low E. Okay, here I use a Dave Mustaine tactic. You don't necessarily have to do this, but the gist of it is going from 6th fret power chord on the A, 7th fret power chord on the low E. But I do it, I take my 1st and my 3rd finger, make a power chord like that, and then I use these 2 fingers and power chord on there. If you kind of understand what I'm doing. It's tough to get down, but once you got it, it really comes in handy. And then it goes back to the same riff. So after you do that a few times, it goes. So on the last time, it's 9 on the A, 7, 6, but it's stopped at the end, and then 6 on the A, and then 8, 7. Yeah. 7, 9, 7, 6, 6, 8, 7. And then Kirk plays a harmony part to that. That's on the 12 of the A. 12, 10, 9. And then 9, 11. Yeah, so that's a harmony, and yeah, I'm gonna make the harmony right now in CapCut, but I'm gonna play James's part and I'm gonna harmonize it. 3, 2, 1. Yep, that's what it sounds like. And then it goes to, this is where it gets kind of easy. This is a break for your hand. It goes 2 low E's, and then 2 first frets. First fret low E power chord. And then it goes open low E, and then 3. 2nd fret, and then 3rd fret. And then it goes to 3 on the A, and then palm mutes on the A, 2nd fret power chord, and A power chord. That's basically the low E, but you're moving it a string down. And there it goes. And it goes to the 5th fret A, and then same thing with the palm muted A. So for me, what I do is I put my finger low E and the A. So I'm not doing this, I'm doing this. It makes the power chord sound a bit more majestic. Just like, let you go. Don't use the low E in that part. So go. And move it down to the 3rd fret, so that you're palm muting the 3rd fret of the low E. If you kind of understand what I'm doing. I'm sorry if I'm doing a bad job at it. So, 3rd fret power chord on the A, 2nd fret. So, and then it goes to the 7th fret power chord on the A. So, if you want to, you can have the low E since it's an octave. So, you hear it, they're the same note, just higher. So go. I'm gonna add that in there. Yeah. So, and then the same thing, barred power chord, on the 5th fret of the A. So, 3rd fret. And those 2 low E's, and then those 2 first frets again. And then you're gonna go. And then you're gonna 2 frets, 2 hits, palm muted, 2nd fret power chord on the E, and then 3rd fret power chord on the A. Same thing, again, 2 low E's, 2 first frets. Then it repeats to that one riff. That riff. And then it goes back to the verse. And basically just repeat everything you've done all into the clean part. Uh-oh. This one took me a while to learn, probably because I kind of faded out of the acoustic. This might be loud, hopefully not. So if you have your guitar, you're going to want to put it, first of all, for distortion, you're going to want to keep this switch here all the way down. For clean stuff, you're going to want to flip it up. And then an E minor power chord. So, no, not power chord, my bad. E minor chord. That's what it sounds like. That's the chord, but you're just going to be picking individual notes. So you're going to be picking the first 4 strings. Oh, E minor is just taking these 2 fingers and putting them both on the 2nd fret of the A and the D. And that's all it is. And it sounds good when you strum it. So yeah, so you're going to go the first 4 strings. And softly. And then stop that G string. And then you're going to want to do a D. Some people do their D chords like this. I do mine like that, so it might confuse people. So what I do for mine is I take the middle finger, there you go, yeah, put it on the 2nd fret of the high E, and then I take my ring finger, put it on the 3rd fret of the B, and then I take my first finger and I put it on the 2nd fret of the G. So you have this G, E, E. So if you strum that one, it still sounds good. So then you're gonna pluck the D, G, B, and E. Oh wait, no. So go D, G, B, G. And this part can get a little tricky to come in. You're gonna wanna take your ring finger. Wait a minute, I'm getting lost. Hold on. You're gonna want to trill that. Trill open, 2nd open. Open 2 open on the high E. And then go back to that, the B, the 3rd fret on the B. And then the G. And what I do here is I take my pinky and I put it on the 3rd fret of the high E. So there you go. You might need to rewatch that. I did a terrible job of explaining that. So after you do that, I leave my two fingers here, my pinky and my ring there on the 3rd fret of the B and E, and I take these 2 and I move them. I move my first finger to the 2nd fret of the D, and my 2nd finger to the 3rd fret of the A. So you're gonna go. You're gonna want to pluck the A string and the D string. No, my bad. The A and the G, and then the B. Back to the G. So. A, So far we have this. open B. And then a low, an open A. Yeah, so this ain't even really a chord, I don't think. But I put my second finger on the second fret of the G. So, and then G, B. And then open A again. And I put my ring finger on the second fret of the A. So the same thing. And then remove your third finger and put your first finger on the first fret of the D. And then just go D, G, B. And then here, take your pinky, put it on the third fret of the E. Yep, and then go 3, open. And then it repeats. So we have this. Tricky. You might have to go to someone else for that. I don't expect this to get too popular, but whatever. I might. This beautiful harmony, and it's kind of like the solo. James has a solo in the middle of it. That's another thing. The solo in there is played by Hetfield, not Hammond. So I'm gonna show you Hetfield's part, and then I'm gonna show you Kirk Hammett's part. So. That's first finger, 17th fret on the B, and then 19th fret on the E. So yeah, and then 5th fret on the E, so, and then 17 on the B, so. And just move that finger down one string, and do 17 on the E. So 17, 19, 15, 17. So then it goes 17, 14 on the E, 15 on the B. And then that 3 times. So, and then 17 on the E, 14, 15 on the B. Yeah. And then take that one down a string to the E. Then 12 on the high E. 13 on the B. 3 times again. 15 on the high E. 15, 12, back to 13. So. And here, you're gonna put your pinky on the 14th fret of the E, and then you're gonna also want to put your second finger on the 12th fret of the E, and then your first finger on the 11th fret. So you're gonna go. The 14. So hammer this finger on the 12 to the 14. And then let go. And then 13, 12, 13, 12, 13. And then slide back to the 15. Yeah. And then you're gonna, 15. Let me figure this out real quick. Hold on. Alright, I got it. So, 13, 12, 13, slide to the 15. And then back to the 13. Back to the 15 on the B. And then 12 on the high E. 14 on the high E. 15 on the high E. And then it loops. So and Kirk Hammett's part is the exact same pattern, but it's straight on the, what fret is that? Hold on. 20. On the 20th fret. On the B. So that's where you start. That's how his part goes. So I'll harmonize that part in 3, 2, 1. Yep, that's how that part is. It sounds really majestic. It sounds good. And then there's a James Hetfield solo, and in the background, Kirk Hammett's just playing that slow part that we learned earlier. Is that just playing that in the background. But James Hetfield has a solo, and it goes vibrato on the 17th fret on the B, and then 17, 19, 20. Back to 17, but move your first finger up to that. 19, 20, 22, and then back. So, 19, 20, 21, 19, 20, 22, 22. Nope, I'm messing up. 19, 20, 22, 20, 19. So, that's how he plays it. So I usually play it different sometimes, but I'm trying to show you exactly how James plays it. That's good enough. So this is the 19th fret, so you go 19 on the E and the B. So, and then you trill the 20th fret on the C. So, 19, 19, 20, 19, 20. Then you go to the 13 on the B. And then you go back to 12 for a second, so. Yeah, so. And then you go. This is a full step bend on the 15th fret on the B string. There's two of them. They're slow. And then you're going to want to take your second and third finger, 15, 14 on the high E, and then 12 on the B. 15, so 12, 15, 0 on the B. So yeah. And then you're going to want to take your first and third finger and go 12, hammer onto the 14 on the G. So yeah. And then there's this weird bend here. Put your pinky on the 15th fret of the B. And take these 3 fingers and put them on the low. So basically, put your ring finger on the 14th fret of the G, but have your other 2 fingers backing it up so that you're able to do this weird thing, this weird bend thing where you only bend the G string and you keep the B in place. It sounds pretty cool. It's like a bluesy riff. It goes. Yeah. So should. Yeah. Wait, hold on just a second. Yeah, and then we're gonna take your third finger on the 14 of the D. So yeah, it goes. And then 12 on the G. And then you go back to the 14. So. And here you're going to go to the 12th fret on the D and the G. And then 14, 12 on the G. Go to the 11 on the G, 12 on the D, 14, 12 on the G, and then trill 11, 12, 11 on the G. So, and then vibrato on the D, and then 9, 10. Got that? Same thing again, but you're gonna take your pinky, put it on the 12th fret, and then pull. No, just pick 12, 10, 12. And then on the G you go. Yes, 9 on the G, 11 on the G, and 12 on the G. So, and then you're gonna wanna, when you have that, hit the 12 on the B, and then back to the G. And then go to 15 on the high E and 14 on the high E. And then you're going to want to do 11, 12, 11 on the high E. So, and then 12 on the B and 14 on the G. So, a slide to the 19th fret of the high A. So let me find where it was. Yep, and that's the end of it. And then it just plays that part again. The part goes again. And then it gets to the part where you're playing the clean part. But it's distorted and it's palm muted, so. And there's another guitar going. 7th fret power chord on the A. And then 2nd fret, 6th fret, 7th fret. So. And then it goes to the part where it's just heavy palm muting, open E power chords. And then there's those 3 opens. So and then it goes to again heavy palm muting of power chord, 2nd fret power chord on the E. So you just go to the 3rd fret from it. And then you're gonna want to do 2 hits with the pinky or whatever you do your power chords with. Some people do them with their 1st and 3rd finger. Some people do it with their pinky. I do it like that because James and Kirk do it like that, and it's just gotten comfortable for me. So, and then, yeah, 2 hits on the 4 of the A. And then it goes, instead of doing that, it goes to a power chord, just a single one. So, yeah. And it comes right after that, and it loops. Single power chord. And then after, here's the end of that, he goes. So that's 2 open on the 2nd fret open, power chord. 2 hits. And 1 hit on the 3rd. Back to that 4th fret on the A. And then he goes. Pick scrape, and then here comes the solo. And so a pick scrape, I just hold my pick, like, you know, you just scrape it along the underside of the E. So, but it's fast, like. Or you can do this, which is literally just taking your middle finger and sliding it up and down. It's a cool effect. That's usually what I do. And then in the background, it's just playing the normal riff there. Not too big of a deal. But here we go. So the solo has a pattern to it. Once you get used to it, it's light work. So the solo goes like this. So that's the solo. So there's a pattern to this first part. So you're going to want to bar. A lot of people I see overcomplicating it. They're doing some weird sweep type thing. Kirk doesn't do it like that, and it really just makes it harder. So bar with your 1st finger the 12th fret of the B and the E. So you go, that is what it is. So it starts with a 17 pull off to the 12 on the high E. Don't pick it. It makes it harder. That picking technique that's in there is difficult. So that's 1 down that I do. So I just do it. So, and then 12, 13, 12, 13 on the B. And then back. So instead of the 17. So, and back to the 17. So that's what that part goes like. And it really, remember that bar. Don't do the... I can't even really do it. Because I have practice. But I taught myself how to do it the right way. And then it goes into this very fast tremolo picking part. So this has been it. 19th fret on IE. So you go 19, 17, 15, and 14. And then 17, 15, 14, 15 on the beat. So, and then it's a bend on the 17 of the beat. And here's a bit tricky because he makes a mistake in the recording and pulls the high E string off the fretboard and creates this weird sound effect. That's what he does there. And he goes, so that's 17, 15, 14. But it's not like this. All pull off. Then you're gonna want to make the same hand formation. But you're basically doing this. And then you're doing the same thing on the high E. So you're basically going this same movement that 17, 15, 14, but you're going on the B, E, then the B again. So you're basically going... But on that E part, he bends the... Sorry, another interruption. So, you're gonna go. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, but literally pull it off the fretboard just a bit. Look. But basically, still do the movements, but just pull it off the fretboard. Then back to the beat. So that it ends with 16, 14 on the G. Slide that down. So far we have this. And then there's you have to have a not just a whammy bar, but a floating bridge. So see how this guitar, it's most guitars like Fender Stratocasters or mostly Fender guitars, but other guitars, it's just a whammy bar that you can just get those cool sound effects with. But a trem system allows you not only to bend the bar down, and you can bend it pretty far, like I can touch the guitar with it, but it also allows you to bend it backwards. And so when you're making the sounds on the guitar, you could go lower the pitch of the string, or you can raise the pitch of the string. So basically he hits a crazy harmonic, he gets the squeal sound going, and it sounds like this. Now, this is a lot of people. I'd say probably 96% of people who play this solo improvise this part because they don't know how to do it. And it's very easy. It's a harmony. It's a harmonic. It's like a little more than, like maybe 2/3 of the way on the G string, on the third fret of the G string, but like 2/3 of the way there. So not in the middle, like 2/3 of the way there. And that's what it sounds like. Let me get a bit closer. That's where it is. It's like right there. And if you don't have a whammy bar or a floating bridge system, if you just have a whammy bar but not a floating bridge, don't do it. You're gonna pop your strings. You're gonna do it. It's gonna happen. But he basically goes down there, back up for 2 more. So, and then he goes up a bit. So yeah, if you're watching this video, you just learned a part that pretty much no one knows. And then he goes, so that's 2, 4, 2 on the G. So that's 2. So that's just going from the 2 to the 4 on the G. And then, so that's 4, 2 on the D. Muted 4 on the A. And then from 2 to 4 on the D. Yep. And then here you got this weird part going here. So that's 10th fret with your pinky on the high E. Alternate pick this part. All down picking, and it would still come out alright, but once you get the alternate picking down, it just sounds better. So it's 10, 8, 7. And then 10 on the B. So on the E, 10, 8, 7, 10 on the B. And then you go back to the high E and go 8, 7 again. So, and then 10, 8, 7 on the B. So, and then you, once you're there, go 8, 10 again. Yep. And then it's, and then you go, and you triple pick the 7th fret on the high E. This part's a bit tricky. So you're basically just going, you're just moving those fingers. You're moving them down, but you're picking it. So you're going 10, 8, 7, 8. And then you slide up to 12, 10, 8. Then you go 14, 12, 10. So, and then you go, you're going to want to tremolo, pick the 14th fret on the high E. And then it's a pattern here, it goes 17, 16, 14. And then 19 with your pinky. And then 14, 16, 14. That's basically it. And then it goes to keep these weird bends. So keep your first finger on the 14 of the high E, and take these two, your second and third fingers, and downstroke this and bend the 17th fret on the B up. And then while that's bending, upstroke the 14th on the E. But don't just keep your fingers and keep doing the bend. And then once you hit that E, move your fingers and basically reset them. It takes some practice. So, and then you that's what I'm not sure if this is exactly how he does it, but he goes, I go 19, 15, 14. So, and I do that twice. 19, 15, 14 twice. And then it goes back to those to the 15, move it up, then move it up to the 17. So then it's on the twice, and then to the 20. No, yeah, to the 18. So and to the 19. So. Here he does a, this is going to build your calluses, 22nd fret, full step bend on the high E. So you're getting the full octave. And he grabs his whammy bar and he just dives down with it. If you have a 24 fret guitar, I recommend you do it on the 23rd fret so that you don't have to bend it as high and you don't risk popping your string when you dive with that tremolo. So that's the gist of it. It's not too hard. It will take practice. It will. And then it goes into this killer riff. So that's more down picking. So 2 palm mutes on the E, and then first fret power chord of low E. Just do that a few times. That's 2 frets on the 2 hits on the 2nd fret of the A. And then hit that 2nd fret power chord on the 8. On the low E, and here comes, in my opinion, the hardest part of the whole song. Screw the solo for hard. I mean, it's the second for sure, but this part is insanely hard for your down picking hand. So this part goes, so open on the low E, 2nd fret and 3rd fret. Same thing on the A. So, and then you go open on the D, 2nd fret on the D, and then with your 2nd finger, bend the 3rd fret on the A. And then 3, so down, up, down, and then on the 3rd fret, the 2nd on the A, and then 3. So after that, so 3, 5, 3, 2, on the low E. So. Then it goes. So I don't know exactly how many it is, but it is a timer. It's not picking. I think it's 7. And then down, down. After you do that part, there's a hard instead of going that. It goes 14. No. 4th fret on the D. Open G. 2nd fret on the G. So D, 4th fret. Open G. 2nd fret on the G. 4th fret on the G. 2nd fret from the D. And then open on the D. Back to 2. And then that's just to this part. And then it instantly cuts into this right. And then it goes into the riff, the verse again. You now know I have now taught the entire song. Goes back into the and then it basically just repeats this. Except in that part, Lars kind of speeds up. So you just have to play that part a bit faster. So it goes like then it kind of slows back down. Just something I noticed when I was learning it. But yeah, that's my cover. Oh my god, I've been filming for an hour. Yeah, but yeah, good luck. This is really hard on your down pick, and remember, slow it down and use a metronome. Don't be afraid to use a metronome. It really helps. I promise. And use the drum beats for it. So yeah, and then slowly speed them up. But yeah, best of luck on it. It's gonna take a while. I recommend practicing every day. If you don't already, you should get into the habit of it. If you want to learn this song, it's not something you can just like knock out really quick. You gotta practice it. I have to play it. I usually try to make myself play it once every day. Master Puppets once every day. And yeah, practice. And you will get there. Tightness is key. So you first of all want to build endurance. You're going to want to build the ability to downpick for long periods of time. This is an 8.5 minute song. It's long. It's the longest song on the album. And yeah, it's going to be endurance. And first what you got to worry about is getting up to speed, being able to keep it up to speed, and then making sure that you're hitting the precise notes every time. So it's speed, endurance, and precision. And you'll be there, man. You'll be there. So yeah, thanks for watching if you got all the way through. Well, see you, man.